as Reason now go live. It's the pistol round. They're good at these, and they'll push forward and will grenade down towards that banana walkway where it does look like the Temp Clan are going to try and make themselves an entry. They've got 4 players grenading over towards the top, and the grenades fly left, right, and center. But Temp Clan aren't going to go that way at all. They're going to throw the dummy, and now they're going to follow it straight up. They're going to spit that dummy out and go up towards that B-bomb site, changing through the left-hand side. A grenade will just separate them, and it'll be a frag from Haz. 1 and 2. Now Neo tries to answer, but Ferris comes up with a double frag, and Reason are going to pick this. Surely Prof with 1 headshot. Oh, he's still going, Prof. He's picked up 2. HenryG and URL both down, and we are at a 1-on-2 situation. Prof has a grand total of 5 points of health to accompany that clock, and as he makes his way forward, he's got Episode who's going to grenade down the middle, and Ferris, both of them on at nearly full health and just waiting. They want Prof's blood. He has the bomb. He'll just try and get that down at all costs. If he can pick up 1 frag and get the bomb down, if you're in this situation, you really should have 1 man at each bomb site to at least find him, and they know he's not got much health. He's going to push forward now. He's going to put that bomb amongst the fishes and try and make sure that Reason are sleeping with them as he pushes forward. Bomb planted, and there was no one at that bomb site. I can't believe it.
Well, I think he did a great little piece of tactical play there. He threw that flash out into the hallway where he knew Ferris was going to be waiting because he'd already been told by his teammates that that's where they'd gone. They'd gone down there. And he then threw that flash out and picked up the bomb and ran away quickly. Oh, Prof will get 1, but he won't be able to get the second one. Great try from Prof. Fantastic round from him. But the defuse, well, actually, this could be quite close because there's no kit in the hand of Episode here. It's ticking, ticking, ticking. It's going to be very close. It might just be defused, though it is going to be defused. And Reason Gaming get themselves back onto this game and take the pistol round for a 2nd consecutive time.
Yes, they do, and now they're going to look to convert. You got a money advantage for sure. You expect them to convert this. They should be easily able to. Temp will look at that and say, we've got a bomb planted and some kills. So financially, they did as well as they could have done out of that round. And we'll then look at this saying, maybe if they can do well enough on the 2nd, they can buy on the 3rd. And that could really put the cat amongst the pigeons, if you will, as Temp will push 5 players right up through the middle. And just take this one slowly, waiting on, in fact, they're all holding hands as they'll make their rush right now. Looking to the right is going to be, oh, Neos, but the famous power from Ferris and Haz again. Prof's going to be answering back onto Ferris, but Haz will finish things off. He got 4 out of the 5, and to the delight of the crowd, Reason have got 2 rounds in a row.
Yep, first time that's happened since we were in the first half of this game. And remember, they won those opening 3 rounds on the first half after winning the pistol. They've won the pistol yet again. They've got the defuse as well. And you're right. Let's just check through the Temp side and see whether they did buy up on it. I don't think they... Oh, well, actually, I did see an AK amongst them as well, and there were a couple. So they are going to buy on this 3rd round. The flashes are going to come over the roofs. The smokes are bouncing around all over the place, and they've made a 5-man committed push all the way into this A-bomb site at the Goldfish bomb, and they have made their way in. Oh, hell breaks loose as HenryG comes up with the first regular round. Prof will get 1. Oh, URL has with 2, and that's Darky in there towards the bomb site. He'll get this bomb planted now. Flash out to the left-hand side. Oh, he's got to do a bit more work because Has stormed in behind the generator, took down Zersha, but Episode will clean it all up. And that is a massive round right there for Reason Gaming on CT side and on a buy round from Temp as well.
Yeah, got to give it to Reason there. They played it well. Very quick rotation getting in towards that bomb site. And, well, what were they called? Temp, there we go. I'll get that one out in the end. They charged in. They got it down very quickly. Great entry, but equally great rotation that really allowed, really was some great counter-strike. We're going to spy Reason pushing forward now, and they're just going to edge back forward, looking for what one might expect to be a rush from a saving opposition, but it's not happening as Reason look at the Temp side with air raid now. He's the furthest man forward. He's going to rush around that corner. Episode opens up onto 1. Ferris and Episode will claim more frags. Ferris will turn around. Famous powers down 1. He will go down, but HenryG will finish off the round, and Reason have 4 in a row, and the crowd are loving it.
Yep, crowd are enjoying this one as a comeback. 12-7 is the score then. And that looks a lot better than 12-3 did at half-time, that's for sure. We will be on a buy round this time round for Temp, so let's switch over to see what they do this time. They made a very clean entry 2 rounds ago into that A-bomb site, and that was something we didn't really see a lot of Reason doing in the first half. So, credit to Temp, they actually pushed in there, but still, you're right, the defence from Reason was very, very good on that particular round. Let's see what they can do now. Round 5 on the second half, and they lead by 4-0 on the half. And they're starting to find their voices as well, I have to say. And, well, let's see whether Reason can get a 5th straight round, because if they can, that'll close things up even more. We'll be at 12-8 then, and we might then start be talking about anyone's game. Ferris comes up with the first kill. M4 headshot on Exertion, so they've lost 1. And just flicking through, they haven't committed any way so far. There's an AWP down opposite the church, and Neo has finally equalised it back up again as Episode will be down with the AK. Air Raid checking back towards the end of the banana walkway. He's got a teammate just to his left who's going to unleash a grenade through that alleyway. There'll be a flash thrown over from Air Raid, bounced off the wall. They're now going to make that push, one over the top as well, towards that covered side. It's all gone very grave through the smoke. 3 of them round the left-hand side. They're all going to check down by the library. They will get a kill on there. Air Raid comes in on HenryG with a headshot. They now make that push in towards the bomb site. Ferris picking one off behind the grate, actually, there with Darky going down. He'll then go down, smuggled out by Air Raid. Great stuff from him. They've been breaking to this bomb site. Ferris, meanwhile, has got another one in this round, thanks to the pistol. Can he get another? Oh, stunning shot from Air Raid as he makes his way inside this bomb site. But where is the bomb? Bomb is going to be picked up and planted. We're 1v1, and URL is in towards the bomb site now, as 4 seconds was left to get the bomb planted, but URL was too smart for him. He had a full complement of health, a full complement of bullets, and he unleashed them fully. Round 1 by Reason again. It's 5 in a row, and this is now game on.
Well, the Reason cheerleaders have found their voice. I'm hoping there'll be some Dutch people out there saying you're not singing anymore if they were to pick up a round, but we'll see. Temp Clan, they got the bomb down. You got to commend them for that. You know, they made, if you're going to lose, that's the way to lose. Pick up 4 frags, get a bomb down, making it expensive for your opponents. But 5 straight rounds for Reason is going to be money in the bank, and they can afford to lose 1 round for sure, even if it's expensive, because they got more than enough money in the bank to back them up. So Reason's starting to make work on that scoreboard, and well, maybe starting to make me eat my words from earlier, but I'll reserve judgment on that just yet, as Reason will lock in towards that A bomb site with HenryG, whilst the Temp Clan slow things down again, and well, they're getting a little bit of Reasonitis with the pace of the attack as they slow this one all the way down. Prof is going to just dodge grenades as it rains in on the hay barn, as he will look to the sign. He's got Neo that's going to go up the inside, and Ferris and Episode will open up. Xertion and Neo have both gone down, and Temp are, well, Temp are in trouble already. 2 men down, and Reason just need to play this one safe. Prof's going to follow suit. Air Raid will open up. Ferris will go down, but Haz comes to the rescue, as that'll be that. Haz with a lovely headshot to finish off the round. And Red, Reason look like a team possessed.
They look like a totally different team from the first half. I mean, we have to make the point between the CT and the T bias, but yeah, Reason look absolutely brilliant right now. 6 straight rounds in a row. Temp now look like the amateurs. I think that would be fair.
No, because they're actually making entry into the bomb site and getting kills and getting bombs down. There's a difference. If you don't get the bomb down or make any kills on your opponents, then it's just no point. And as Haz comes up with 1, with 2, with 3, Ferris opens up. Haz will get the 4th. And Reason, oh, they are on form. They pull it back within just 2 rounds. And it's certainly game on.
It is game on at 7 rounds in a row now. They're back up to 10 rounds in the bag. They've got 12 on their opposing team, so just a couple of rounds in it now. And at 12-3 at the half, you kind of fancied if Temp took that pistol round, then this game could have been over already. It's not, though. And one of the reasons we've got a game on, really, is thanks to the great skills from Reason in the second half on CT side. So let's see what Temp can come up with now. They've got to come up with something a little bit more original than they've had thus far. They have managed to break into the 2 bomb sites. They have had a couple of plants, as Tosh just said, but they need to get more than that. They need to start winning a couple of rounds and putting a few on the board, because right now, at 12-10, if they lose this buy round, they could be on a save for the next one, and that would tie things up. So next 2 rounds, very, very crucial for both clans. Who has the gill and the guts to try and take this 8th round on this second half? Prof still waiting with the AWP, trained down the middle walkway, checks to the left, past the church, hasn't spied anyone so far. In fact, Neo's sitting right back in the back house right now. Darky also waiting as well. They've got a kind of like a 3-2 split here. Xertion just looking down the banana walkway, hasn't spied anyone so far. There's some smoke down there as well, and that's causing him some grief with the AWP. It might well have been him that put it down there. Makes his way forward now, checking left and right. There's a flash come over the top of the roofs, and he'll now wait. Well, no, they've been joined by 2 men. Meanwhile, over at the other bomb site, has come up with a frag, and then URL in with a frag from Reason as well. They've got a man advantage. Neo will pull one back, but HenryG in with another one. Oh, HenryG with 3 big frags, 2 in a row, and then a headshot. And HenryG almost single-handedly has given Reason Gaming round 8, and that'll pull them back to within 1 round of the match.
Temp Clan desperately need to get on the board here. Time is running out for them. They don't want to have to use Contra. They know this is Reason's strongest map, and if they lose this, they may not kill themselves or anything, because they'll go on to Contra and they'll say, Reason have openly stated they don't like this map. I think Ferris has only seen it once before this tournament, he was telling me earlier. And so, you would expect them to come back, but they'll look at this and say, what could have been? And they'll just be wondering, could they have done a little bit better? Ferris now, with that M4, is going to get a headshot in from Darky, and that was special, as now Haz will drop back to have to cover any exit from the inside route. Air raid with the Deagle is going to look left, and he'll find Haz as he waits and pushes forward. Oh, he's going to double himself back, and Haz will open up with 1 and 2. Air raid and exertion both going down. Darky's now going to make his way out from that balcony as he'll grenade out. He's got a teammate to his backside, and the two of them will throw a dummy and double themselves back. And, well, Temp now need to make sure that they're getting kills and getting guns because they're in trouble here as Reason have locked down the covered bomb site, and the push is coming from Temp. But Haz is going to find them. Broth will get massacred down, and now it's just these final 2 men standing for Reason.
Yeah, Yorao's got rid of another one on Darky as well, so 1 more man to find, and this looks like another great round from Reason. Indeed it is. We're all tied up at 12 rounds each as URL will come in for that final frag. And Toss, this is now a game.
This really is. Reason have come back. They're certainly looking like they're potentially on the verge of winning this map, and will go on forward. They'll look at the second half and say some of their big players really came out to play. Haz, in particular, has had a sensational second half. Ferris picked it up in the second half as well after being somewhat anonymous after the pistol round, but of course he had the strongest first half from Reason. And all of them now are looking forward and playing well. And, well, whilst on your screens you're not seeing anything too exciting, it'll just remind you that we are in a bit of an HLTV delay if you can see the joy going on behind us. But Reason slowed everything down now, and they forced Temp Clan to play at a pace that Reason are quite happy to deal with.
Yep, well, they just have to sit back. They've got to set their defences, wait for the insertions from the Temp Clan, and they're not actually coming now. They're actually starting to get a little bit more worried about breaking out into these bomb sites. Air raid now up on the balcony. Ferris has come up with the first kill of the round on Darky. M4 shot in. Air raid finally breaks out onto that balcony and gets a load of abuse dished out onto Episode. Exertion in on Ferris as well. They've got a chance to get that bomb planted now at the B site on that covered area. Air raid will drop down, pick up the bomb right now, throw off a flash towards the wall as well, and just a bit of disbursement down there, and he'll finally now go into that bomb site, get it planted, and get it done as Exertion comes in on HenryG. Air raids in towards the bomb site, will get down on Haz as well, and Temp have a really good chance of getting this bomb planted, but URL is making a nuisance of himself just outside this covered site. It was 1v2, it's now 1v1, and Air raid with the bomb in hand, 42 health, has to try and get this bomb planted with 15 seconds remaining. Enters the code in, sets that bomb down, now has to find that last man. Where is he? Let's go and find out. URL creeping towards the bomb site right now. Air raid is round the other side. Let's see whether they can meet up. URL has 100 health. He was last man standing a couple of rounds ago. He's gone for the defuse. He's still going for the defuse. It's not a fake. It's going to get a defuse. And he didn't even know where he was. And Air raid was completely caught out. And the defuse comes in. And what a terrible mistake, really. Well, I don't know if you can call that a mistake or not. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Reason 13, Temp.CSS 12. And Reason for the first time in this game since the third round have the lead.
Well, where was the air raid siren? Because it had to go off there to tell him that that bomb was being defused. We follow him now as he charges up the banana walkway, and here come Temp Clan, all guns blazing in towards that A bomb site. Air raid's going to lead the assault, and he will find one. HenryG's going to open up. No, URL will take down Air raid, and he'll come up with another one. Neo and Darky will answer back for Temp, but there's still a man down as we have Reason about to make entry into this bomb site. Episodes rotated. Ferris is bringing up the rear. There are 3 of them there as they will now push on in, and there's just 2 players left to get that bomb down and covered as it is planted. In fact, as they'll look around, they've got one covering the right, and that is Xertion. He's covering the orange boxes as we have Episode now to make entry, grenading over towards the orange boxes. There's Xertion, and now we're at a 2-on-2, and this is a turning point in the game for Temp. They'll be thinking, we've got to make the most of this. They'll push forward. Hands on Xertion. 1 left. It's Neo to make his push forward. The bomb ticks away. Neo just wants to slow this game down. He's got 10 points of health, though, and Ferris and Haz are going to make their move in. Neither of them have a whole lot of health, though, and as that bomb ticks away, Haz is going to get it, and that'll be that.
11 straight rounds in a row, 14-12 the score, and Reason move to within 1 of knowing they cannot lose this map in ordinary time. 2 will send them to a second map and we'll go and play Contra for the grand final in the Counter-Strike Source Intel Extreme Championship. What a great way to end the day, Toss, because we have a fantastic match on our hands now. No matter how you want to look at this one, Reason were dead and buried at that first half. Absolutely awful first half. They'll admit that, I'm sure, but they've come back in the second half with 11 straight rounds, and Temp just don't seem to be able to win those one-on-ones.
Oh, to coin a football pun, it's certainly been a game of two halves, and Reason have certainly made me eat my words, unfortunately.
I'm glad you've admitted that now. Temp, they're making their way up the Banana Walkway air raid, leading the push, apart from the man just in front of him with the AWP. He's going to check through that smoke. Someone has laid that one down. I don't know whether it was them or whether it was the opposition, but I'm not sure. Prof now going to make his way in to that smoke, then comes back out. It's a little bit too thick right now. It is starting to clear, though, by the hay bales. And now that AWP is pried. He has taken a little bit of damage from a grenade. He now edges out past the roses. Doesn't spy anyone. Anyone down by the generator. Didn't spot it the first time. So again, he'll have to go into the corner and see whether he can find anyone. Then scopes up past the barrels. Hasn't seen anyone else down there. So they're clear so far to get a push in. There's one man just above the barrels. Misses the first shot, though. Prof gets the second one done, and HenryG bites the dust. And Temp find themselves with a man advantage here in round 12. They do need to get one on the board. They are going to make that insertion. They're going to make a really, really quick push now in towards this bomb site. Air Raid's come up with another one. They've got a two-man advantage now. Got to make this one count. Bomb gets planted at the grate, and Darky now will retreat round to the backhand, and Haz comes in with one kill with the M4. Air Raid's the man been dealt with. Ferris up on the far side will get a kill on Froth. Zershin in on Haz as well, and now Temp have a really good chance of wrapping up this round if they can just clear off the last couple of players. What else have we got? Episode is last man standing, I believe. Yes, he is. 25 health, one man behind the sandbags. And there it is, a round on the board from Temp. And that'll make it interesting. 14-13 now, Stu. And you know what? I thought this was all going Reason's way. And then suddenly...
That's the first round we've seen won by either side outside of the gun round after losing the advantage. It's quite surprising that we've only had one gun round won, and that is the first. And Temp now must build on it. They don't have time anymore to play around, and they have to take it one step at a time. Reason, though, well, that'll just take a few shillings off their bank balance. They'll certainly be still more than apt to buy away, as they will push forward now and just lock things down and just play things sensibly. Don't let that round get to play on your mind. And as Air Raid is poised to strike, we have the Temp clan ready to move towards that B bomb site any second now. 2 or 3 grenades primed. Here they go, one by one. And Air Raid will launch another one, and Temp clan will funnel up through the middle and make their assault. Wow. Zershin will open up, Prof will come with another one, and Ferris has gone down. And Reason are in trouble as they've got a 2-man disadvantage. Temp must convert this as they push through with Darky. He's going to make his way in. Zershin's looking through the middle, and they're calling it, or they're going from 2 sides. HenryG, though, is going to level things up with 1 and 2 and 3. All the headshots. Episode will come in, and Euro will do it. And that is sensational from Reason Gaming and HenryG, as Temp clan will wonder what in God's name happened to them.
Well, I'll tell you what happened to them. HenryG happened to them. Absolutely brilliant from HenryG. 3 in a row yet again. That's another hat-trick. And not just one hat-trick from one clip, from a run, from a round, but actually a hat-trick from one clip. And that's the second time he's done that in this game. So they are on match game point in terms of this map, but they will then have to fight again on Contra for the second map, having come from the lower bracket. If you're wondering why they came from the lower bracket, having been absolutely slaughtered in that lower bracket. They lost 16-0 on train. They admitted it wasn't their best map, but still, that's a big loss. And now they have a chance of taking this to another map on Contra. They are on a game point in terms of map 1. Reason just have to wait and see what Temp can throw.
Yes, they will, and Temp are going to throw a whole load of bullets that come from Exertion, and Ferris is a man that's victimized. His episode will come up, though, avenging the death of his beloved young Swede, and Temp will push forward now. Prof is there. We have got Darky to move through the middle. He's got the bomb in hand, and Temp haven't quite made their commitment just yet, as Reason look around and waiting on the entry. They know that they are that one man down in this round. Episode will push forward, and sorry, they're not. It's 4-on-4 as Air Raid will go up, and now we have Air Raid about to make his commitment in towards that cover bomb site, shooting down towards what was the sandpit. As now he looks around, Air Raid has grenades flying to the right of him. He knows one of them's in there. Prof is going to find him. It's Episode, and he's gone down. And Temp have an entry here. They're going to push on forward. Prof will cover from the fence. There goes Neo as well. He's down in the pit, and the bomb has been planted. And Temp most certainly should be making the most of this.
Yeah, absolutely. Prof will get one through the railings on Has. And if Temp can make this one, then well, that gets them back into the game. HenryG with one. He's been dealt with, though, by Neo. URL taking a whole load of abuse through the railings. And Temp will clean up with Prof getting the final kill of the round. And Profit now starting to show for his name. 15-14. It couldn't get any closer. Final round of the map, unless, of course, Temp win it. And if Temp win this round, that'll then send us to overtime. 15-14 right now. And, well, there we go, 15-14 right now as we go into this final round of this first and maybe one map, maybe two maps, we'll see. Temp making their way forward with Neo on the far side. Darky just sitting out, waiting for any sign of any CTs coming through the middle area. None so far, as HenryG will load up a smoke or a grenade or a flash. Didn't see what he actually picked up there, but URL taking up a position at the banana walkway. Let's see if we can find any pushes from anyone. Air Raid has actually gone all the way back through the archway leading up the second centre area on the right-hand side. He's got a man just in front of him. He, in turn, Prof, has another man in front of him as well. Is the push going to come up this middle area? We'll have to wait and see. Prof still waiting. One man in front of him as well. Neo back in the house, back in the back house. And smoke has been thrown over the top. That'll give him some cover on that left-hand side. Oh, slight mistake from Prof with a flash off the wall there. And finally, the flashes do go around the corner. And now here comes the push. There was a magnum in the hand of Prof. Prof takes the first kill of the round as well. Has goes down. They are going to break into this uncovered bomb site. Again, another strange mistake from Profit with a thrown flash in towards the car. But they will get the kill inside the bomb site. Oh, a little bit of self-damage on one of their own teams. Prof will get the kill. So will Exertion. The episode with one in between that one. And now Profit now can cover his man from the railings as they get the bomb planted yet again at this covered bomb site. And now the pressure switches over to Reason Gaming.
HenryG's going to get a grenade right between his legs, and Prof will open up onto URL, and Henry's going to have to go a long, long way, and he's not going. And Temp Clan with Darky will pick up the frag, and Reason will be pulled all the way back to 15-15. And those Reason Gaming chants aren't singing anymore.
And Darky says, now what? Overtime. Yeah, I guess overtime is probably right. And, well, there it is. 15 all then in map one. A round of applause, please, for both clans.
What a half, Fred.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, a couple of great halves from both clans, I have to say. And they're giving us some real entertainment here in the Intel Extreme Championships. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back with overtime in the first map.
You didn't tell me where your money was going.
No, I didn't.
Where's your money going?
I don't know.
Oh, sit on the fence,
Yeah,
I see.
I will. I'll get splinters on there. Anyway, we are underway for round one of overtime, and each team will have been given sufficient cash to get them through. I think it was 8,000, but I can't remember. It might have been 10. I didn't see as we headed off. But anyway, they have a full buy on the opening round, so no pistol rounds in this overtime. And we have 3 rounds each side. Farris now making his way through on towards the balcony. He's made a breakout into this covered bomb site straight away. Oh, comes up with a fabulous headshot on Neo as well. Through the gap underneath the car. He'll fire off as well into that smoke. Darky and Prof, meanwhile, have combined to take down a couple. And that will give them the advantage in this round 10. And they are on CT side. So Reason pushing in quickly towards that covered bomb site with Has and with Farris as well. Has with 41 health. He's not looking as healthy as he could do. As another grenade flies off down the right-hand side past the railings on the wall. And, well, they haven't made the push into the bomb site as I expected they would. Prof still looking out. Has does come up with a shot on Darky, though, and Prof now a little bit scared because he's starting to think, hang on, which side are they going to come from? They're not going to come from the right-hand side as Air Raid comes in with a shot on Has. Prof still checking from left and right. Knows there's more danger around this covered site. He's pretty sure of it as he unleashes another grenade. Checks down into the sandpit. No one showing themselves past the roses just yet. Exertion also with an AWP, and Prof finally will find the last man standing, and Temp have the first round in the bag on CT side, as expected, really.
Yeah, I mean, in the whole 30 rounds that we played, only three were won by the terrorist side, and they were all won by Temp. So that's got to give them some enthusiasm going into this overtime that they stand a good chance of doing all right on their offense. But we'll see whether that actually is going to happen as Has connects with Prof's head as we have Reason going to push forward with HenryG, and he'll go in towards the middle as Reason now will grenade over towards that side. Exertion will level things up with an AWP frag that decapitates Has. Episode will low, put Reason back in the lead, and Exertion will go down, and Reason will charge in towards this uncovered bomb site. They'll level things up though as Neo comes up on Farris, and the URL's going to make a push. He'll launch himself around that corner, can't quite work out who's been playing with his fishes as he'll make his way forward. Air Raid AK frag, Episode goes down, and URL's in trouble here. He's got just one man left for company, and he is not quite with him at the moment as he'll make his way forward. He's going to desperately try to pick up the bomb. He does, and is now going to back towards the goldfish pond. And, well, he's going to feed those fishes with some TNT any second now.
Yep, indeed he is. 2 versus 2 by the looks of it. Oh, no, 2 versus 3 right now. So we've got Darky, Neo, and Air Raid all still there. HenryG pushing his way in towards that bomb zone. He has his teammate just to the right-hand side. Oh, he's got a face full of bullets from the M4 of Darky, and that'll leave URL as last man standing. He's got to try and defend this bomb site. He's got bomb in hand. 25 seconds remaining, though, so he's got to try and get this bomb planted. Is there any point in not planting that bomb? I don't know. He's trying to clear out one man. Oh, fantastic headshot from URL. Down long that long corridor on Neo. He'll now check round to the left-hand side. He'll try and get the shot in on Air Raid, but it's not going to happen. And a great try from Reason that time round, but Temp just a little bit too strong, and they clear up the second round here in overtime.
Yeah, it was very impressive by Temp, actually. They narrowed it down possibly more than they did on all of their offensive rounds previously. They got into the bomb site, they caused some real problems, and, well, Reason actually looking cohesive on their offense. We'll see whether they can do anything about that this time around and go the whole 9 yards and put the bomb down, but we have got Episode to push forward from that right-hand side as he will look around and, well, he's one to back him up. Ferris is there as well. Air Raid's going to, URL will open up on desertion, and Temp have themselves a nice little setup here as Prof's going to return fire, and the reason now, just after they thought they got some headway of losing it here, is Darky's going to come with a frag onto Episode. Darky will fall back now, change that position on the bomb site. HenryG is going to go on in, and as he with that AK-47 will push forward, he has the bomb in hand, and he's got one to his right-hand side, and the two of them just looking like they want to cause some trouble, and they make their way in towards the house. And HenryG's just going to hide in the broom closet.
Yep, URL trying to make his way up through the middle area. Has thrown a grenade off to the left-hand side. He's got Ferris just behind him as well. So these two might well be trying to make that push up in towards the cover bomb site. They edge very carefully, slowly. There's no point in creeping URL. That grenade is just giving your position away. That grenade thrown round the left-hand side by his teammate from behind. Oh, as a clever flash comes off the wall. It did blind URL as well. Now he's going to have another flash out there as well. And all he has to do is run out here and poke him in the forehead. And he will go down. URL completely blinded. But he has some support here from 3 men. Prof has come up with a kill, but HenryG will reply and get the revenge frag. They'll try and make their way into the cover bomb site, but Neo, just behind the grate, has managed to get himself one, and Darky gets the final kill. And Temp clean it up with 3 in a row, and that means they're at match point.
Yeah, the 3 Dutch people in the front row are screaming them on. And now, well, I'll tell you what, they're looking at this and saying 1 round out of 3. They took 3 rounds out of 15 in the previous. That averaged down to 1 out of 5. They just need to go a little bit better than that and take 1 round to take home a big slice of a 5,000-pound pie. And, well, I bet it tastes mighty fine.
I bet it does. 3-0 then from the half, and it is championship point to Temp. That's how close we've come. We saw Reason they were on match point themselves just 3 or 4 rounds from the end of the main game. They were at 15. They were at game point twice. They weren't able to clean it up and take it to a second map. It's different for Temp, though, because if they win just 1 more round, this round would do, they have the whole of the Intel Extreme Championship to themselves. They win. Here we go, then. Round 1 of the second half in overtime. HenryG up behind his favourite generator. URL's also there at the cover bomb site. Episode covering the back alleyway. And what would usually be the carpeted hallway, but is now bare. Ferris on the left-hand side of the covered site, has on the right-hand side. So they have their defence set, and it's down to Temp to try and break them down. Air Raid is looking towards the middle area just past the church, has a flash in hand. Oh, whoops. Man got in away from him. It didn't make any difference. Like they are going to make a quick push here. All 4 men round the stairway, 1 into the back, and Has comes up with the first shot of the round and the first kill. Ferris with 2 in a row. Big frags from Ferris, and Reason now trying to win this round, have a big advantage. They've got to make it pay as well. Every round counts for them now as they try and get rid of another one. Air Raid is actually in the back of the house, though, and will get rid of Has. Oh, Neo comes in on Episode as well, and they've now got a real chance in this round. 2v3. They've still got a man disadvantage, though, and Air Raid now trying to make his way out of that back house. Air Raid on the stairways, moves back towards the grate, waiting to see whether anyone comes back up. He's now going to have to make a reverse all the way round outside. Only 13 seconds remaining. Great shot in on Ferris. Has found 1. They've got 1 more man to find URL as HenryG hits the deck. Is this match point game over, or are they not going to be able to get this bomb planted? 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, 0, and there it is. Target saved with only URL remaining. He will pick up a frag on Neo as well. Well played, URL. It all came down to him on match point. and he had the nerve.
I'll tell you what, I don't have any nerves left after that one, or nails. That was so close. And Temp Clan, if they lose this match, will look back to that and think, we were 2 seconds away from getting that bomb down.
Absolutely.
Well, now
so let's see how we go then with round number 2 in this second half of overtime. And see whether at match point once more, Reason Gaming have the nerve and can hold their nerve and bring it back once more. They're going to have to face 3 match and championship points as Episode comes in from Reason down the back hallway. Oh, he's made a great push down there as well. We'll collect up 2 frags, and that'll give them a chance to find out exactly where the other 3. They're on the banana walkway, and I think they might well have figured that. It was a 3-2 split. 3 had gone banana, 2 up the centre, and already Air Raiders made a real mess of that one down there. And Reason have picked up 2 early frags. They're backing away towards T-spawn, and back will rotate all the way around the right-hand side corridor and see if they can make their way through the house. And that's a good little plan here from Temp, because they will know that, of course, they've had 1 man back there already. There's their 2 buddies sitting on the floor. They've had to go back there to collect the bomb as well. And just flicking back to Haz, he's still sitting in the library. Ferris has just set himself up as well, so is Episode. Url's backed away all the way to the cover bomb site, and HenryG waiting at that goldfish pond as well. So, exertion up the middle. 23 seconds remaining. They're going to have to make a commitment at some point. Here we go. Banana walkway looks like it's been called. Over the top goes a flash. They are going to push straight in past the generator in towards that in towards the bomb site. First kill comes out from URL. Neo replies. HenryG with 1. They've got to find 1 more, and it will go to another round. They will survive yet another championship point. HenryG firing off, but no, it's not. It's going to be cleared up by Haz with the pistol headshot on Darky, and we do get another match point for Temp. And if this one is drawn, we go to another overtime.
I'll tell you what, credit to Temp Clan there that they actually kept going after losing those early 2 frags, and they actually made a round of it. But Reason were professional and efficient. And, well, don't look behind us if you don't want to know the result, because Reason will now push forward, and they'll lock their defense down. The bomb is with Air Raid, as we have Prof edging his way through the middle. Looking around, Neo's made his way slowly towards the far right-hand side and is ready to make his way through the inside corridors. Darky's locked himself down in the middle, and Temp just looking to read and react, feed off their opponents and see if there's anything moving. Henry's just made a little look down the banana walkway, and nothing's gone that way. URL is going to sit himself in at the generator as HenryG will move out of that bomb site completely. Episode now, he had a great little run in the last half, in the last round, going all the way down those left-hand corridors, but this time couldn't get there. And while Red-Eye, they just don't look like neither of them want to commit to this one.
Well, they're going to commit now. That's exactly what they're going to do with 49 seconds remaining. Oh, huge flash. That's flashed out 4 players down in the corner. Temp completely at sea now. And if only the Reason Gaming players have worked out that's exactly what they've done, I'm sure they'd have rushed in there and killed them all. And now Ferris and Episode do come in for a killer piece. Air Raid does get the revenge frag. HenryG now rotating back round as Prof and Air Raid come back up with 2 frags as well. Ferris has hit the ground, and URL now making his way back towards that covered site. He's had the call, and they'll know they're trying to push in there. That bomb has been planted. Air Raid down in the sandpit, still defending. Prof has got that bomb planted. Grenade thrown off towards the library. He'll take up a position behind the grate now and see whether he can pick off anyone coming through. Prof will find URL as well behind the grate. Fantastic shot from Prof. He'll get another one as well. And Neo comes in for the final frag. And Temp Clan have victory in their hands and are crowned Intel Extreme champions.
Wow, what a game that was. Couldn't decide it in 30 rounds. We had to go to 36. And, well, we had players chanting Reason, Reason early on. They're not singing anymore as the Dutch team take gold.
Let's hear it then one last time for the runners-up in the Counter-Strike Source tournament. It's Reason Gaming. And the winners coming all the way from Holland to claim the top prize here at the Intel Extreme Championship. Please give it up for Temp Clan. The second to last one is the Intel Extreme Counter-Strike Source Championship. In 3rd place, a previous winner here at the I-Series on many occasions. Let's hear it, please. 3rd place, £500 going to Z-Board. Don from Intel once more, handing out the check. And there we are, 3rd place then, Z-Board. In second place, another clan that you've become very familiar with. Not Dignitas this time. In second place, winning £1,500 for the Counter-Strike Source Championship, it's Reason Gaming. Once more, Don from Intel making the presentation with that check for £1,500. Second place in the Counter-Strike Source tournament then goes to Reason Gaming. Let's hear it for them one more time. Play, guys. Thanks, guys. And finally then, a team who have come here from Holland, the Netherlands, chop it whichever way you want. We've already had a Dutch winner in the Quake 4 tournament this weekend. We also have a Dutch winner in the Counter-Strike Source tournament, winning £3,000 in one of the biggest Counter-Strike Source tournaments on the planet. Please make a lot of noise for Temp.CSS. This time round, not only did they get the large comedy check as well, they'll get a check for £3,000. They'll also get some bubbly. It's good as well, I'm told. So there we are then, the winners of the Counter-Strike Source Intel Extreme winner. It's Temp.CSS.